Hey guys, welcome back to the Frugal Life with Mercedes. So today's video is a life update video, and I don't talk about my personal life all that much, but this video is going to be about my personal life and all that entails. So if you guys have been following me for a while, I've been making videos on YouTube for about a year, and as I said, I don't really talk too much about my personal life, but I have some pretty big life updates to discuss. And I want to start off with I don't feel like I have to explain anything to anybody or be held accountable, for my choices or anything like that. But I really pride myself on this channel being very transparent and very real. I think that there's a lot of YouTubers out there and Insta people, and nowhere am I in those the category of Insta famous or YouTube famous or anything like that. But I think that there's a lot of people that make their lives seem perfect, and if you've been watching me, you guys know that that's not me. I really try to be environmental, but, I'm definitely not perfect at that. And I try to be frugal, but I've, done stuff that's not super frugal and all that kind of stuff. And I make this channel as a creative outlet. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm a super creative person, and this is a creative outlet for myself. And, but it's also to help other people. I talk a lot about food pantries and soup kitchens and all that kind of stuff. And I'm trying to let people know that they're not alone and, all that kind of stuff. So with the things I'm going to discuss today, I'm hoping that there's somebody out there that will, with what I'm going to say, resonates with them, and they can understand where I'm coming from. And so two big things have happened recently. So as of the beginning of March, my husband and I separated. Then things got super crazy with the pandemic and all that, so we actually were living together for a little while, but we had a 2-bedroom apartment, so we were living in the 2 separate rooms and all that for quite a long time. And I actually moved out a little while ago, a while back, and I moved in with my parents. So I guess for me, it was really hard because I'm a very independent person. I have a lot of pride. So moving back in with my parents at 30 was a big pill to swallow. But they offered for me to move back in, and I took them up on that offer because I'm going to be able to save a ton of money living with my parents. And we have, an arrangement and all that kind of stuff, and we talked about all the details. And my parents and my family have been very supportive to me and my husband. My parents and my family love my husband. My husband's family loves me. So everybody's been awesome. There's been no drama, at all. It was amicable and all that kind of stuff. We both just kind of knew that it was done and it was over. And, for full transparency, we did the couples counseling route, and the big issues in our relationship, there was no common ground on those issues. And a lot of that stuff is stuff we discussed before we were married. And we were on the same page. And then, we were married for almost 6 years. And I'm not going to get into details just out of respect for him and myself and privacy and all that kind of stuff. I'm not going to say what our issues were. So I no longer live with my husband, and we are separated, and there will not be any reconciliation. you know. So some big changes, moving and getting divorced and everything during a pandemic. Doing those things under normal circumstances are crazy and stressful, but during these crazy uncertain times has been interesting. But as I said, my parents and my brother-in-law, my sister, they all helped me move. My husband helped me move, and so far everything's going fine and all that kind of stuff. And I'm very comfortable at my parents' house, and they respect my privacy and I respect their privacy, and we all just kind of have our own lives, and we all kind of come and go as we please and all that kind of stuff, which is nice. And I'm going to be able to save a ton of money, but most importantly, I'm going to be able to process everything that's gone on and heal from the situation. And I really never thought I would get divorced, and so that's like a big, I can't speak for other people, but my assumption is most people don't like walk down the aisle thinking, oh, in a few years we're going to get divorced. So yeah, and I'm just keeping up with my personal counseling that I do, and I'm blessed that I still have my job and I'm able to work extra hours, and I've got some goals. I've got some goals, and yeah, so I don't really have too much to say on that. I just kind of wanted to give you guys a life update. So I did move. My husband and I are no longer together. We are not divorced yet. We are still, I don't know what the rules are in other states, but in the state of Virginia, you have to be living separately for 6 months before you can get divorced. And it's a year if you have children, but him and I don't have any children together or at all. We don't have any property. My car is in my name, his car is in his name, and it's very friendly. And my husband's one of my best friends, and that's another like really weird, hard thing, is just like we genuinely love and care about each other. It's just we aren't good as a married couple, but as long as we're not together, then like together as in like in a romantic sense, we get along fabulously, and he's a really awesome person, and I've been blessed to know him and to be married to him. And yeah, and I hope that you guys can appreciate it's really hard to talk about this, and it's really hard to put this out there on the internet, and but so all the videos that I've been posting have been videos left over from when I was living with my husband, and some of that was from even when we were still kind of together and all that kind of stuff. So if you guys see me in a new location, that's why. I'm still trying to figure out where I'm going to film my shopping hauls and stuff, because I live with my parents, and my 2 youngest siblings still live at home, and I have 3 other siblings that live together down the road, and they come over all the time, and then my other sister and her husband and my niece, and everybody lives right here, so I'm living in a different town. So actually my commute, I lived right down the road from work, and now I live about 25 minutes from work. So that part's kind of like, but I think it's for the best, and it's just a transitional period so that I can have some time to think and decide what I'm going to do. And yeah, so I hope that you guys can appreciate how hard it was to make this video and all that kind of stuff. But my channel's really about transparency, and we're gonna keep on keeping on with the frugal commentary and shopping hauls and food pantry hauls and all that kind of stuff. And my channel, above all, it is about frugality, but it also is about positivity and making a better life for yourself, and persevering and making your life look like what you want it to look like. And I've got some big goals and some big plans, and I was hoping to do them with a life partner of some kind. And That's okay though. I think that you can't wait till you meet that perfect person. And if you're in a relationship and that person isn't the right person for you, for me personally, I took my vows extremely seriously. My husband took them extremely seriously. But at the end of the day, I didn't want to wake up and be 50 and be like, why am I still in this relationship that I'm, not prospering in, and all that kind of stuff. So, I'm not advocating for anyone to separate from their significant other or divorce or anything like that. You have to make that decision, and you have to be comfortable. When you go to sleep at night, you're the one that you have to answer to yourself and to your soul and to whatever God, higher power that you believe in. And yeah, so this is a little bit of a somber video for me, but I hope you guys will continue to watch and continue to know that my channel's still going to be about frugality and positivity and all that kind of stuff. So please consider subscribing to my channel. And I have an Instagram, and I post stuff up there about my personal life and my family and all that kind of stuff. So if you're interested in seeing my mom and sisters comment on my videos and my posts, then keep following us. And if you guys are struggling with something in your personal life, and you need somebody to talk to, you can email me at my email address, thefrugallifewithmercedes@yahoo.com. You can comment down below. You can DM me in my Instagram, and, we're all going through something. So just, give people patience, give people grace, and understand that there's always stuff going on in people's world that we don't know anything about. And that doesn't justify someone treating you badly. But remember to give people grace, because sometimes people need it. So until next time, guys, bye.